Welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever needed to build a custom screen in Temenos T24, something that just isn't available right out of the box? Well, today we're going to break down exactly how you can create a brand new application completely from scratch, from the user interface all the way down to the custom business rules that make it tick.
So let's start with a really common scenario. Imagine your bank has this unique account opening process, and it needs a special interview form to grab those initial customer details. The only problem? This screen doesn't exist in the standard T24 setup. So where do you even start to build something like that?
Okay, let's dive right in. Here's the game plan. We'll kick things off by framing the challenge itself, then we'll walk through a pretty brilliant no-code solution for building the actual screen. After that, we'll look at where that approach hits its limits and see how to power it up with some custom code. And finally, of course, how to connect everything together.
So, what's the real challenge here? Well, it's pretty simple. No matter how comprehensive a system like T24 is, it just can't possibly anticipate every single unique business process out there. We need a way to build new screens that feel like they were part of T24 from day one.
So let's tackle the first part of our solution. And the good news is, it all starts with a super powerful no-code tool that lets you build these custom screens with some really impressive speed.
The feature we're talking about is called a dynamic application. And honestly, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a way to create brand new applications on the fly, defining everything you need, literally, without touching a single line of code. All the magic happens in this one application, and it has a very technical mouthful of a name called eb.table.definition. As you can see, this screen is basically your blueprint. It lets anyone, even users who aren't developers, just lay out all the fields and properties for a brand new application. And this quote just nails it. The result you get isn't some awkward, clunky add-on. Nope. It's a fully functional screen that behaves just like a native T24 application. It's seamlessly integrated into the core system, and all of that without writing any code. But here's the really cool part. What's happening behind the curtain? The very moment you authorize that new definition, T24 just springs into action. It automatically generates all the essential background components for you. The file controls, program files, even the underlying database tables. It truly does all the heavy lifting for you.
Now, this is fantastic for just capturing data, but what happens when your new screen needs some real intelligence? What about those business rules that go way beyond just basic data validation?
For instance, how would you enforce a really specific business rule that says if a customer's country is entered as US, then the account currency must be USD? Yeah, your standard field properties just can't handle that kind of conditional logic. And this is where we need to power up our elegant no-code solution by bringing in some custom-written code. In the world of T24, these handy pieces of code are known as routines. This slide really contrasts the two concepts perfectly. Think of it this way. The dynamic application is your what. It's the user screen, the thing that captures data. The routine is your how. It's the custom code, the intelligence behind the scenes that enforces your specific business logic.
So for a developer, the process starts right here, inside the T24 Design Studio. They just create a new routine from a template, which gives them the basic skeleton and structure they need for their custom logic. And right inside this template, they can get to work writing the specific code to perform those complex checks we were just talking about, like verifying a currency based on a country, or really any other business rule you can dream up. This is where the custom magic really happens.
Okay, so we have a screen built with no code, and we've got our custom logic written in a routine. The final, absolutely critical step is to connect them so they can actually work together.
So how do we build that bridge between our no-code screen and our custom code? Well, we use another T24 application. This one is called EB Table Procedures, and its name gives you a pretty big clue about its purpose. Its entire job is to be the matchmaker, to link your routines to your dynamic application.
And this slide right here, this is the aha moment. See, on the left is the definition we use to build the screen, and then over on the right, in the procedure screen, you can see how we literally just plug in the name of our custom routine. Bam, that's the connection, right there.
But what's really powerful here is that you're not just linking the code, you're getting this incredible, precise control over when it runs. You can trigger your routine at any point in the process, when a field gets validated, right before a record is saved, or even after it's been fully authorized.
You get complete control over the application's entire lifecycle.
So, if you remember just one thing, let it be this powerful combination. First, you use eb.table definition to build your screen super fast, no code required. Then, for any of that complex business logic, you write targeted routines. And finally, you use eb.table procedures to glue them all together. This approach really gives you the best of both worlds. You get development speed and logical power.
You know, this two-part framework just opens up a world of possibilities for customizing T24. By combining the speed of no-code screens with the power of targeted logic, you now have a fantastic tool in your toolkit to go out and solve your bank's most unique challenges.